Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to twitch.tv/Randomania as we present another edition of the Super Mario Brothers Randomizer Weekly Race. This time with a tiny bit of a twist. On commentary on the microphone with you, console side, my name is Matty J. I'm flying solo with, I believe right now we're at 10 people. Ready to race the 4 on screen. That will be following our iBooba7, Pro007, Amorietta, and Fonzoid. I'm your commentary. I'm your commentary team, and of course, on the restream / tracker duty is Wolfman2000. So, say hi, everybody. Let's get to it. One little twist before we actually get going. This is all boom booms. It's boom boom percent. Now, what does that mean? Basically, it is no longer any percent warpless. You have to hit every single fortress, as in anything that's got a boom boom in it. You got to hit that fortress. So that means no more 3 world frees, unless that happens to be free, but you gotta clear those 2 fortresses before you do so. Otherwise, the tournament flags are established as per usual. Of course, the end card stages are randomized. Everything else is as normal, and the race has been set. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we go. In just a few seconds, you're about to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for the rando? Here we go, and Fonzoid got a little bit of some trouble. But everyone else sees it. We start with World 7 this time around. And with a little bit of luck here, because now that we have to go all boom booms all the time, we have to start with some, and iBooba7 with the first hit. For the first fortress of the evening, just happens to be the World 3, one of the World 3 fortresses, and iBooba got I don't know if that's unfortunate on the placement, especially with the Mario avatar, but there's 1 boom boom, there's 2 boom boom, there's 3 boom boom. Pro and Fonzoid get it done first. Ringing out the rear, of course, Amorietta and iBooba7. And for those just iBooba, yeah. And for those wondering, and for those just joining in, you saw the title on the Twitch machine. Yeah, everything randomized as per usual. And ooh, ouch. We have some. We have the actually, no, that... Where am I? I'm here. What am I doing? I'm right here. All right, let's keep going. Parada Stage presents Music Box. That's what makes it tough calling a rando on World 7, which is the first level, because it's all over the place, especially when you have to find the other tunnel that leads to the second one, though. Now that we've played our first fortress that we're supposed to find, now we just need to find the Isle of Happiness, aka the end of the world 7, which turns into another piece of trickery. But we shall find out. Meanwhile, we have World 1-4 on 2 screens right now. This is one of those situations where, when I first heard of the new stipulation where every fortress has to be hit, every vehicle has to be hit, that froze World 3, the fast World 3 out the window. Now, I think it would definitely help, but you still got to get those 2 fortresses in, which that's a whole new can of worms. Of course, World 7, it's pretty simple. You just find the first fortress, and then you look around for the tunnel that leads you to the second fortress, which gets you to the castle anyway. And that's also going to make World 8 especially interesting, because now you have to, not only do you have to get through all of the vehicles, which means Handbridge somehow, some way has to be, in some way, say, shape, or form, it has to show up. Now you gotta do the fortress, which, depending on what is spun in the randomizer wheel, could be a... You want to talk about the great equalizer. I think World 8 will be the great equalizer once again. Also means we gotta kill a whole lot of boom booms. We have some beta stages up there in Booba's screen here. We're just going through it right now. Meanwhile, Pro is at the Isle of Happiness. He checks a mushroom house. Probably got to get some more items. Picks up a leaf. He got a mushroom in there as well. One little piece of strategy is the hammers, because they're going to come in handy, especially if you get a hammer before World 4. Because that opens up a little bit. When we do hit World 4, of course. Meanwhile, we have Big Bertha, but we got some boss basses in there. We have 9 people racing this particular evening. 4 of the 9 on your screen. As always, we have some end cards here. Nothing on top with Morietta. Fonzoid only got 1, which is a frog suit, interestingly enough. We have our second fortress, which is a World 6 fort. Not the easiest fort, but so far it's been rather decent. We're not getting the worst ones right off the bat. And for those wondering, boom boom percent is essentially getting all the boom booms. Basically, every single fortress must be cleared, and every vehicle must be cleared. Is it? So just joining us, every fortress and every vehicle in World 8 must be cleared. We have one more. We have one more piranha plant. So we'll have at least one more item once that is cleared, and then we have our first fortress, our first castle of the evening, our first airship Koopaling. And for those wondering, yeah, the tank at the very beginning could be skipped, but how do you skip an auto level? You know what I mean? Kind of tough. All right, Wolfgang is up here. That's a 2-hitter. We have vanilla. We have a 3-hitter, but not stun lock with Wolfgang. Interestingly enough. And Amorietta and Pro are neck and neck. Fonzoid just not too far behind. And Booba just finishing up his piranha plant. He picks up his P-Wing. And of course, you complete World 7, you don't get anything. Now, we don't have any hammers. That means we go through World 4 vanilla-like, which is unfortunate. That does Means we gotta take the long way, unless we do find a hammer somewhere down the line, of course. But that depends solely on how the Hammer Brothers are feeling this evening. Meanwhile, Booba, there was a death, wasn't there? Ouch. Wolfgang Ludwig. This is my early childhood sticking in my head. Thank you, Wolfman. It is Ludwig. I called him Wolfgang as a kid. So this is my one day off, folks. Just let me have it. Let me have it as in give me your jokes. Come on. The sand stage is up on the screen with Amorietta and Proa 007. They are pretty much neck and neck. And for both Pro and Marietta, the Hammer Brothers going, nope, you clear another level. Okay, we shall. Now, of course, this is all dependent on. Of course, now we won't even need it, but we may need it. We may not need the hammer now, but you may need it later. So we'll see what happens. And the Hammer Brother will stay between the fortress and the fortress for Proa, but Amorietta, a slightly different story. Of course, we have the easiest fortress of the game, because why? You only need a leaf to complete it. Yeah, Gimmicks Vulture, that was a tiny bit of a fail, but that was the last time I did a comm. This is a new comm. Meanwhile, Proa doing a check on the in-car sodas. Ayabuba, he picks up 2. Well, I know it's 1. That's mistake number 1 right there. That's 2. So does Fondoid, so he gets 1. Bubba will do only 1. So does Fonzoid. We have the Boomerang Brothers with a free life that will be not picked up. There goes for iBooba with a little bit of a tough one with the. Well, I don't know if I would have used that, but the big bros with the water level. Well, that's a tough one, but he gets it, and looks like he's going to get his life back, and he does, and he gets a hammer. A hammer bra with the big bras. Meanwhile, we have our World 1 up next in Pro, and Fonzo takes down his 2 big bras. A bit of bad luck on Fonzo. The Hammer Bros were taking a little extra time on the map. Pro went upstairs. He gets down to his fortress, which is another World 6 fortress. And a star, so that makes his going through the swamps a little less difficult. He's not going to check his extra item. He's going to go. He's going to grip it and rip it. Meanwhile, Alfonso, that was a coin boat, wasn't it? That looked like a coin boat to me. Meanwhile, Pro will reach the airship first. He'll pick up a few free coins. Fonzoid going after that coin boat. And he gets a star for his trouble. One hitter on the Koopaling. And that finishes up World 4 for Pro 007, with a Morietta coming up at behind at around the 14-minute mark for Proa. And a Morietta will be not too far behind. World 2 is up next. And Proa breaks the hammer. Now he'll have to get that first fortress out of the way, but it does help him out a little bit in that department. There's a free end card in there as well, but he's going to check it after the fortress, I'm assuming. Meanwhile, Fonzoid picks up one. Picks up... I thought that was one. That was this first mistake. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's five. He's going to clear it. Pro will clear his fortress real quick. Fonzo will enter the fortress. Uba in his ice fortress. I think a couple of deaths came in there and just wrecked his run just a little bit. We have the land fort, for those wondering. World 5 fort on land. Proa picked up another hammer. He's going to break that. He does it. He just did that. Met the boom boom. Now we have a World 1-6. Meanwhile, Ibuba is going to start looking at his cards. He's looking at his page. It is randomized, so that there's no... Does he get it? No, only two mistakes. Fire Snake fell down the hole. Meanwhile, Pro making very quick work of World 2, but he's going to check out his hammer, bro, to see what he gets, and he gets a mushy. Still useful. Don't knock it. It's not a hammer. It's fair enough. And Pro will get the World 1 fortress, the World 1 airship, pardon me. Meanwhile, Morietta doing the same strategy, but gets the boomerang bros fairly easily considering the train. Picks up her mushroom. One hitter again for the Koopaling. Fonzoid with two fire bros. He gets it done, picks up his star on a 1-up. Pro will finish. Let's take a look at Morietta, because that was real quick. Ibuba will finish his World 4 as well. And was Roy that short? Yeah. That is very... So far, one vanilla 3-hitter, two 1-hitters. And we have World 1 next. You can't break the seal on that one. You got to go through the fortress anyways. And Pro will enter... almost got it. Pro almost had the fire flower there. That free jump. But 'twas not to be. He must swim. Fonzo will finish up his World 2. And Ayabuba, to his credit, still same strats as per usual. And then Morietta trying to get that power up because she needs the extra hit, but she's not going to get it. And Pro is picking the hits, unfortunately gets his... Do we have a hammer? He's got to use his one of his Tanuki suits. And Fonzoid using his hammer to break the lock, but he does take a visit to Fortress, which is the World 2 fort. Meanwhile, Pro with attempt number 2. And then Morietta getting hit at just around the same spot Pro got hit. That's a little bit of a lucky. I guess we could say a bit of a lucky break for Proa. But once again, between Morietta and Proa, it is very close in that race. Proa juking and jiving over that cheap. Could not avoid that one. Takes a hit. Takes another one. Can he make it? He does. So Proa will maintain a lead if he keeps going. And oh, almost got caught by the Block Koopa or Goomba. Ugh. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Proa finishes up. He maintains his lead, but it's definitely gonna be cut down. I thought Proa was in the lead. It wasn't a... Well, we have a World 8. 8-1 in the... in 1-2. And Proa, after taking one hit, he says, nope. I'm going the P-Wing route, please. Thank you. As one would do. Oh, Fonzoid is ahead. Okay. Ah, that makes sense. Thank you, Wolfman. Keeping an eye on everything. Fonzoid's in the lead, but it's a case of it that the race is so close that at this point, can you really call it for anybody? I wouldn't. Fonzoid, he gets through it. He's at the airship first. So he's in the lead, and right now, Morietta and Proa fighting for second place. Ayabuba doing respectably, actually caught up a little bit in that last race. Used his extra hammer. One hit on... Oh my god. Aha. And Gimmick Soldier, I think, in the chat, thank you very much. The stars on the end cards are hammers this round, so I think we'll test that theory if we could find some star cards on Proa's board here real quick. He's going to get some flowers. And Fonzo finished up. He has World 5. We're not going to find out, but we do know. Thank you, Gimmick Soldier. Fonzoid's in first, and Morietta and... Yeah, oh wow, this has changed up significantly here. And there's the Boss Bass. No, no one's been eating yet. But if you know me, you know I love, there's a particular running gag I like to use. But we will get to it if it does happen. Meanwhile, Alfonso going through the pyramid stage in lightning speed. Oh, and he gets cut by a rogue shell. Wrecked his momentum, but he does get a 1-up for his trouble. And Fonzoid try to pick up a star. He's got the 2 stars. He has his first mistake there. And it's a second, but do we have a hammer? We're about to find out. Meanwhile, the fort on the ground in World 5 is indeed Fort 1. 1 fort. So in this particular gimmick, if you have the now for this one, for those wondering, if you got the tail or the Tanuki suit, you can actually skip the and Fonzoid with the. Wow, Fonzoid, I feel bad for you. But we can test the theory because while you have to clear every fortress, you don't have to take out every boom boom. You could actually skip. The skip is allowed. So for those wondering, this is legal. And he picks up a flower in this case. You only need to clear the fortress. It's just boom boom % because you have to clear every fortress, including the spiral, and he's going to skip the Hammer Brothers? Well, they are not handing out hammers. So there's that. A P-Wing was in the letter, for those keeping track at home. And Proa got eaten. Nom nom nom. Where do you think you're going? No Pro forgetting gets a 5-star frog splash for his trouble. 5 up for you. And Spews Fonzoid for he kisses the sky, uses that hammer he got out in the end cards. So yeah, those stars in the end cards, hammers, brah. That's huge.
While Matty J is taking care of some technical difficulties, Fonzoid is going up and going down. Ouch! Then again, you probably want to skip through this pipe maze stage if you can help it.
Check 1 2 1 2. All right, perfect. Thank you. Sorry about that. I think that was random. And once again, thank you to the chat, of course, Wolfman number 2000. And if I come back and Fonzoid takes a death at the one of the 2 diagonals, and that's a vanilla diagonal 9. He skips it. I don't blame him. But he has to beat this airship in one go. It's well, that jump, it's a little more doable. He gets it done. And with Fire Flower usage, takes on Roy. That's 1 hitter with the swole stats too. That's 2. That's 3. Now it's 4. And a special thanks for Wolfman for taking care of business while I was fixing my microphone. Apologies, of course. And that was a 4-hitter. Thank you, J Money. Fonzoid takes care of World 5 real quick. He gets that done. Picks up a mushroom, and we are in World 6 now. The World 6 pipe, you can check it. See if it's a little quicker. But he has to go through those 3 fortresses. And I think he forgot about that. Uh-oh. That's... Ooh. Fonzoid. I think Fonzoid forgot. Oh, no. Fonzoid will have to backtrack. Ooh, does he know? This may... Oh, no. Oh, we go downstairs. We got a vanilla. We have vanilla in world, but not in position, I think. Fred? I think we have to call Fred on this one. And we have a Ferd with Boss Bass. Ooh, that was close. Fonzoid will go up. He didn't even need the extra Koopa shell. It was right there provided. But he does complete that. And he gets it done. And that was indeed vanilla. He went downstairs. We had a vanilla. Now, does he know he has to come back? It is a question, because if he completes this World 6 without completing the first fortress, he is unfortunately disqualified. So that's a thing to look out for. Of course, we'll look out for it. Yeah, this is a race setting, so... And Wolfman in the chat, he's our tracker. Yeah, I believe he remembers. We believe he remembers as well. He believes he remembers as well. Well, he's got one fortress he's taking care of now. Picks up a star, and he's got a boo. We got a star kill for Boom Boom. That's gonna take care of stuff and things. Meanwhile, Amoretta avoids the sunburn. And Booba's got 2 in the end card game. Looks like Fonzoid did remember. Because he cleared that one fortress. And he did one back. Thank you, J Money. He went back, took care of business. He's got another fortress to take care of. Meanwhile, Marietta takes care of that money boat. She picks up, another hammer. And Fonzo will take care of fortress number 2, which is the super tank. Well, not completely vanilla. Last time I checked, the super tank isn't in World 6. But so far, it's fairly vanilla. Oh, and a Nibbler takes a hit out of Amorietta, and she misses her jump. Fonzoid plowing through World 6 right now. Another vanilla in world, not in stage, and we got some lag because a lot of stuff going on there with the fire snake. Good jumping action so far. Now, coming up is World 3. This is very interesting. This is maybe a strategy that pays off for Fonzoid. Oh, whoops. And Fonzoid takes a hit. Will he go downstairs? He's going downstairs. Picks up a fire flower, checks it, takes his chances. This one, oh! Woo! Quick fire out of Fonzoid with Boss Bass trying to slow down Fonzoid. Fonzoid did take a hit, but ooh. Nopington the third on that particular nom. Of course, he went through the door. That just took care of business right there. No more Mr. Boss Bass. Oh, that's very sneaky. That death was a little sneaky. I don't know about you guys. That! Woo! Fonzoid gets it done. He actually had a cloud, so he skips over that, takes care of the fortress, which he had to do anyway, so skips that, gets to the castle. Wow. This seed. This is a seed, ladies and gentlemen. Fonzoid will take another flower. Oh, almost got burned by the flame, but gets it done. Opts to keep the flower into the next level. Some good jumping action there. Very nice. Gets it done. Meets Lemmy. There is one hitter. Ooh. Looking at how quick that was, that must have been a two-hitter. Another two-hit Lemmy here. So, and I'm gonna do this in the amount of hits we had. So we had a normal 3-hitter, 2 1-hitters, a 4-hitter with stun lock, and now we have a 2-hitter. Stuck on the floor. The Koopalings are not having a good run. We have another P-Wing, and there is our World 3 now. Will we have a pipe check? We will. Now, how quickly does this make it? Now, of course, the strategy here. I believe that was a 2-hitter. With Lemmy there. Meanwhile, the hand levels are dishing out P-Wings for those keeping track. I know I was. Fonzoid opting for the frog suit, gets World 5-3. Okay, that happens. Bunch of nibblers, chain chomps. A very interesting 5-3 for Fonzoid. Meanwhile, Pro has got to check out his end cards. He's still in World 6. Picks up 1. And he clears the board. Fonzoid took a hit. Took a death. In that particular one, so he's going to go back with his P-Wing. He loses his P-Wing, but oh, now I wonder why he died. He got hit by a fire nibbler. A fire-spitting nibbler. Now it makes sense. Picks up a star. That's going to help him finish up that particular level. He gets it done. Meanwhile, probably going upstairs. Uses the cloud. He's going to try to finish the fortress in one go. He picks up a P-Wing as well to make sure that happens. And now Fonzoid will take his first fortress of 2 for World 3. And for those wondering, yeah, that was a boss bass. Where do you think you were going? Nom nom nom. And Booba had to answer that particular question. I must say, I'll be shocked if someone gets done right now. I'll be shocked. Fonzoid gets, I believe, his fortress done. Now he's trying to find his way through. Yep. And he already did the first fortress too. No, did he do it? No, he didn't. We're about to find out. He does through his coin boat, takes down the Boomerang Bros, picks up a star. And now... Okay, he did not complete that particular fortress yet. He's got a hammer suit, and there, ladies and gentlemen, is that fortress. That insert expletive deleted here fortress. The infamous World 7 fortress. The one everybody hates. And he's dodging some fire pretty well, is Fonzoid. Ooh, beautiful platforming action there. Picks up a mushy. He's got an extra hit now. There's a boo. And he gets it done. But not before taking a hit. There you go. 1, 2, dead. Down goes that boom boom. Down goes that fortress. Probably gotta check his end cards. Gets nothing, but finds a star card in there for later. Right now, as it stands, it's Fonzoid who finds his 1Ds. And he's done his 2 forts in this level, so now all he's got to do is get through the airship. He's using hammer suit strats. I know everyone's got 2 suits now, so as long as it keeps one, he's got an easy Bowser fight. Two-hit Wendy. We have a soft Wendy. Aw. I know some of you were expecting, we're hoping for a swole 5-hit heavy Wendy. And we have a Tanuki suit as Fonzoid enters HE double hockey sticks. Now we know that we must hit all the vehicles first. Wolfman, you've never seen this special message? Oh, and Fonzoid goes down. Oh, no. He'll use that Tanuki suit. That he just gained. Flies through. And now I checked the IRC. No one has done yet. So Fonzoid has a good chance to finishing up first. So we will keep an eye on the IRC for you. His first obligatory vehicle chase is the Fort 5 in the sky. Takes a hit, picks up a flower. Gets through that. There we go. Sky Fort. One little jump there. Takes down Boom Boom. That's one Boom Boom done. Now he has to do one more. Now he has to find the dark room and the hand bridge. Now, is the hand bridge... Of course, by the way, the tunnels are randomized, so... He uses his hammer for the shortcut. Now, hopefully, this is... Okay, we have the dark room. Now he goes through the fort. This is the Navy. So... In position, in vanilla in world, not in position, but at this point, I think even I would take the Navy. At this point, it gets it done. Now, all he needs to do is find the. He needs to find the Air Force ship from the hand bridge, and hopefully, that just means it's not necessary. But he needs to find the Air Force ship and clear that. And then it's just a matter of finding Bowser's Keep. Okay, now he's found Bowser's Keep. He knows where it is, but he needs to clear... He needs to clear the airship. Can he find... Well, in this case... Will the hand bridge be necessary? And it looks like it may very well be. Oh no. That is not something... I don't think Fonzoid wanted this. Proa has just joined Fonzoid and HE double hockey sticks. Now he has... Now it looks... Well, the hand bridge is necessary, but he does have to take care of the Boom Boom in the airship. I know that. He's found the airship. One more fort to go. Let me get my pen ready just in this case. So the hand bridge is not necessary, but you have to find the hand bridge to find the fortress. This is very interesting now. Now, Fonzoid takes care of one last Boom Boom left standing. And now all he has to do is take care of the super tank spot. And he is home free. Meanwhile, more yet having a tussle with the nibbler. She gets that done. Fonzoid in his last fort, which is the swimming fort in World 3. He gets that done. And no one has claimed being done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Fonzoid. He may very well be our first one to finish. It will be close. He enters. He's got his hammer suit. He dodges the lasers. He was trying to get the clip. Avoid. Didn't get it. We have a hot foot in its vanilla position. He gets his free one up. Ladies and gentlemen, Fonzoid with one little last obstacle. He gets to Bowser. He takes him down. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the entire race, not just this quad, Fonzoid. And he got done at official SRL time, 48:41. His official final time. And Pro right now is going for second place. Very nice. I hope we could get Fonzoid for an interview. That would be cool. Bro found the keep. And Makabra with a finish 49:29. We have two sub-50s. So right now, Pro could finish third. Meanwhile, Pro will finish up his last boom of the game. Pitt uses his hammer suit star strats. He's not gonna. It doesn't look like he's gonna get sub 50, but he will definitely sub 51 it if he's. Uh-oh. Did he do the Air Force? Uh-oh. That's a good point, Wolfman. Meanwhile, we are going to be joined
hello.
by Fonzoid. GG.
Yeah, hello. Thank you.
Good. GG. Did it pretty well. Pro is going to finish third, looks like. Yeah, you finished first. You had 48:41. Makara is second, 49:29. Pro at 51:07. Now,
it was a really fun race.
It was a very interesting seed.
Yeah. Although I really died like a lot in the most inconvenient place. Like I died like at least 3 times right at the end of the level, and so that sucked. But besides that, it was a really fun seed. It was really short, if you ask me. I mean, you had a lot of hammers, so if this race would have been like a normal one, then it would have been like really, really quick.
There was a few points where I'm like, this is where like the whole get all castles, all forts stipulation that pretty much negates World 3 as a speedy one. And of course, that wasn't the case. But what would have been the reaction if you use that free pipe and you get right to Wendy's castle?
I mean, I was always comparing, like, okay, how would this seed would have been if it wasn't this stipulation? Like, if we only play like we normally do, and since we had a lot of hammers, if that would have happened, like if we got the quick pipe on World 3, I would just laugh like really hard because. I don't know, this seed was really, I don't know how to say, it was nice. I mean, it was a short one, I think.
It was good, relatively speaking, of course. By the way, Booba with the Booba 7 was behind for most of the race, finishes third in the quad, fourth overall. 52:24, the official SRL time.
Really close times.
24. I believe he got caught a couple of times real bad, and he just caught up real quick. And a Ryko Rider finishing with a time of 53:16.
it was a close
Yeah.
race, and a lot of people like finishing right
Yeah.
now, like between
Hello,
48
Prala.
and 50.
Hey,
Hey, hello.
We were worried. We thought you didn't do one on the fortresses, but we checked. You're good.
yeah,
You're qualified. 5107. GG.
thank you.
How about that seed? You guys had a fairly interesting one there.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad overall. That start to the World 1 map with 6, 6, and 8, 1 was a charmer, but yeah, in general, I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, World 7 and World 3 kind of took us around at some interesting routes, but overall, I thought I played decently.
How did that added stipulation mess with you? Because I had the same question with Fonzoid. Now you have the stipulation of having to hit every fortress and vehicle in 8.
Mm-hmm.
How would it have messed with you if you got into World 3 and that pipe was a free pipe to Wendy's Castle?
I don't think it would have been too bad actually. What I was kind of hoping for, if that did happen, was to have 2 hammers, so I just break the boulders right next to the starting block, try and circle my way around. But it didn't happen quite that way, so it actually worked out pretty well for.
So it kind of worked in your favor for this particular case.
Yeah, and I've had seeds where it swung both ways, so it is what it is. And this seed I thought was pretty generous overall.
Yeah, it had a lot of hammers. I mean, if you played
the end cards were really generous. Once we found out the stars were giving you hammers, that changed the complexity of the race. It looks like
it did a bit. That certainly didn't hurt.
And joining us, iBooba7 in the call. GG.
Thank you, guys.
You had a rough couple of rough first few worlds in there actually.
Yeah, I think the first 3 worlds maybe. I did a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Came back to it. You let's see, 52-24. You finished in 5th.
Place exactly.
Yeah. No, you're 4th, and then Ryko was in 5th. Excuse me. 52-04. So yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough start, but I think I finished a little strong there.
Yeah, you got a strong finish.
Yeah,
From 8 was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Ibuba. I had that start to World 3 with 6681. Ew. That wasn't any fun. I skipped most of World 2. I had double hammer, so I was able to skip most of that.
Yeah, you were able to skip. All you have to do is do the one fortress, and then just book it to the castle.
Yeah.
Which that definitely,
Yeah,
and I think that was
skip.
your strat as well, Fonzoid. So there you go.
Yeah, I believe I used my hammers really well. Since I realized that the star had the hammers, then I stopped caring about the hammer brothers. I just put them to sleep, and then just since I knew that I was going to get more hammers, I could decide the route like right there. I mean, I was like, okay, so probably this world is next, so I'm going to use this hammer here and here and here. It was I don't know, it was really easy to route this seed according to this category.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had the same thoughts in general about that as well. Just because I knew more or less going in what I was going to do. It was just a question of really executing.
Also, the end card wasn't like only generous because of the hammers. Also, if you finish the whole end card game, you also got a cloud out of it. So that was really helpful as well.
Yeah, I screwed up too many times with the end card. I should have gotten another, run through on it, but probably by World 6 I should have just stopped altogether. Would have probably save me about a
But it
minute or
wouldn't have given you the extra hammer to get in there anyway. So it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation.
right.
Meanwhile, Amorietta's going to finish the quad for us up here. She gets her hammer. She takes down Bowser. We're going to get a dot done in a few seconds here.
Yeah. So.
And there it is, 58-35 for Amorietta.
That's good.
And that finishes our quad here. She finishes in 6th. Hey, not bad.
Oh.
Top 3 in the top 5 there. That's not too bad for a quad.
Not too bad.
I was saying to Maddie that this seed probably would have been like a really fast one if we played by the regular rules that we always did.
By the regular rando tourney rules, this would have been a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, sub hours all around, still pretty good. And we congratulate Amorietta. She is not going to join us this evening.
No.
We do salute you in there. Congratulations to GG, of course.
I mean, this probably would have been like a 30-minute seed, if you ask me. If
I don't.
You know what? The way things rounded off, especially with the Koopalings, I could definitely see sub 40s.
Yeah.
Sub 30s, especially. You would have to have had a free world free to get us a close to sub 30, I think.
It largely would have depended on, I think, the World 7 routing, how you did it.
And the routing was a little wonky.
Yeah, I mean, World 7, World 3 weren't exactly giving it away, but yeah, everything else was pretty quick. And
yeah,
it would have been 5 or 6 minutes faster. There's no question about that. Because
I could buy 6 minutes. I could definitely buy 6 minutes on that one.
I'd say mid 40s. For you, Fonzo, it'd probably be 42, 43 minutes. And subtract 5 or 6 minutes, just because World 8 by itself would have been a lot shorter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Buzzer, this was live. We were live.
Yeah, we had.
You just saw the ending. Morietta is done. Our quad is technically done. We're just waiting for dot duns for the rest of the crew. We have 3 more still active right now.
Right. We actually have 2 racers racing from SGDQ right now. Raikou and Sharky 2107 are in Minneapolis for SGDQ and found the time amidst all the chaos and craziness to join us for a race tonight.
Raikou finished in 5th for those checking, 53-16. We're waiting for Sharky to complete. Meanwhile, Great White Hope done 7th place, 101-16 on the clock for that particular player.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out, but thanks, guys, and stay tuned about next week.
Oh yeah.
It may happen, it may not, but you will know in the Mario 3 Discord, and announcements will be made.
Yes.
So have a good
As
night,
of right
everyone.
now, this is what we're having right now, and I just called the show for right now. So
Right. So have a good night, everybody.
you have a good night, Proa.
All right.
Good night,
Take care,
guys.
dude. Yeah, I'm gonna head out as well. So take care, guys. Was fun.
All right,
Was
so-
really fun race.
All right, so yeah, you have a good one. All right, so we're gonna wrap things up for right now. We're gonna wait just a few more minutes if we could get at least one more dot done before we sign off for the evening. All right, so I've just been informed that we're done for the evening. We thank you very much for tuning in for this particular program. We will, of course, let you know if there is a race next week, of course, but with SGDC, or SGDQ, excuse me. We are going to wrap we will, of course, inform you if there are more races. But until then, we will, of course, cut you back to one of our remaining runners as we go on. But until then, on behalf of our restreamer Wolfman 2000, My name's Matt J. We thank you very much for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody.